歡迎翻到嚟華語電台 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓，我係 Janet。咁今日咧，我哋就請咗一位band 友啊，咁咧佢係來自呢個The Philippine Heritage Band 嘅。咁呢一個呢位朋友咧，佢今日會上到嚟咧講一講佢呢隊 band 嘅特別嘅地方啦，同埋咧會同我哋講一啲關於菲律賓比較出名嘅一啲嘢食嘅喎。咁我哋有請 Music Director of the Philippine Heritage Band, Orly. Hi, Orly.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Awesome.
I know you are from the Philippines Heritage Band.
Yes.
I did mention to the audience.
Yes.
But why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Orly Inocentes. I'm actually the music director of the Philippine Heritage Band. And of course, working in the Filipino community, community bands who actually do performances throughout North America, and of course, including Philippines.
Orly 咧，佢咧其實就係呢一個菲律賓呢個叫做Heritage Band 嘅一個嘅音樂總監啦。咁佢基本上講到音樂總監就當然係成隊 band 咧，佢好多時佢都要做噶啦。咁佢都話最主要係想帶呢一個嘅音樂咧俾我哋嘅朋友嘅。Can you tell us more about your band?
Sure. The Philippine Heritage Band is it's composed of course, Filipino descent. I would say most of the members are born in Canada with heritage. Parents are Filipinos, right? And of course, we do a lot of performances. We represent our culture, our heritage, through performing in events like Feast. We do Toronto Santa Claus Parade, which is broadcast worldwide. And we tour as the Philippine Heritage Band. We tour in the United States, perform concert in Disney World, Florida, Epcot Center. I had a chance to actually have this band we did some recording as well way back, and very active in community feast and festival, especially the Filipino festival that's done here in Canada.
原來咧，佢哋呢一個嘅band 咧，大部分嘅成員咧都係喺加拿大出生，而佢哋嘅父母咧就係來自菲律賓嘅。咁佢哋最主要嗰個嘅目的就係想即係宣揚啦，同埋即係佢覺得佢自己係代表菲律賓嘅呢個國家，咁所以佢想宣揚菲律賓嘅呢個嘅文化俾各界嘅人士啦。佢哋會有好多唔同嘅表演，佢哋都會參與好多唔同嘅 event 嘅，或者一啲嘅festival 啦，同埋佢哋亦都會，佢哋連 parade 都會做埋嘅。佢都話咧呢個聖誕大遊行咧，佢哋咧就會參加呢一個嘅 parade 嘅。亦都咧喺美國度咧有佢哋嘅巡迴演出嘅喎。哇！我一聽到第一個佢就話佢喺 Disneyland 都表演過喎，咁啊問先。You know what, Ollie? What caught me is when you said you actually perform in the Disneyland in Florida. Oh, that should be like one of the very special experience.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Like, did you actually perform like inside?
Yeah. We did the parade, and anyone that goes to Disney World, normally you see there's a band that goes around. There's like maybe a 12-piece. It's a marching band. But we did that as well as part of the. I guess we are guests coming from Toronto, Canada, right? So they gave us that opportunity to do to march on the ground, and then the last one that we did is actually the concerts at Epcot Center. The Epcot Center is normally they do shows there. It's an open venue where the whole band did a concert. So we did about I would say about 30 minutes of repertoire, and we played some Filipino songs and Broadway musical songs. Many different songs that we did. Yeah.
Okay, so you will actually march in first.
Yeah, and we march in through the whole area of Disney. It's part of the entertainment.
Just wondering how long does it take to march the whole Disney World?
I guess the parade because they couldn't parade in a different. There's one specific route where the main. So about probably about less than 30 minutes.
Less than 30 minutes.
So we go around and, of course, viewed by all international guests. Right?
Yeah, yes.
Coming from different people from different part of the world. And yeah, we did that, and the concert was awesome. It's a great opportunity that we did. Yeah.
Part 1 was the parade, and then part 2 is the performance
at the concert. At the concert.
At the concert.
Epcot Center.
Actually, that's actually very very amazing.
Yeah.
咁啊，相信好多觀眾都係迪士尼嘅 fans。佢就話，因為咧，迪士尼咧，佢有一個March In 嘅一個嘅入場啊，嗰個表演嘅。咁佢哋咧就會做 March In 嗰隊 band。咁啊，佢就話要行晒成個 parade 咧，即係喺迪士尼嗰個 Main Street 嗰個位咧，就行晒成個 parade。其中佢第一個 Part 1嘅一個表演嚟嘅。咁我就好奇問佢要幾耐咧行一行嗰度，佢話30分鐘到啦。但係當中有好多唔同嚟自唔同國家嘅朋友咧，會同佢哋 say hello 啊，咁啊同佢哋握手咁樣嘅。咁樣咧，然之後咧，Part 2嘅表演咧就精彩啦。佢哋咧會去到 Epcot Center 嗰度咧，就會去嗰度表演喎，有個 concert 嘅喎。咁佢哋有30分鐘嘅表演，就係佢哋主要都係唱佢哋菲律賓嘅歌曲啦。話佢哋迪士尼表演，佢都話係一個非常之特別嘅一個經驗嚟嘅。Do you actually go there like every year?
No. That particular time was an invitation that they gave us from the way back 1996, I think, or 98, around that period. It's only one-time thing that we did, and the other stuff that we did is like parade in Boston, we go to Chicago. We go on many different parts of the states, United States. Pretty much on the when they celebrate a particular festival in the states. Like we're now this July, Independence Day, we are actually playing. Don't know exactly where the location is, but we're performing on the Independence Day in the United States.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, nice. 我問到佢其實去呢一個譬如迪士尼呢種咁嘅去美國嘅巡迴表演啦，咁其實係即係係咪好經常性咧？佢話唔係，迪士尼係嗰一次咧表演過之後啦，之後其實佢就成日去美國，但係佢就唔係話去迪士尼表演啦，就係譬如去過 Chicago 啊、Boston 啊，有啲乜嘢嘅 parade 咧需要佢哋呢一隊 band 咧去表演啊，或者行 parade 咧，佢哋都會參與嘅。咁佢就其實咧嚟緊咧7月4號咧美國嘅國慶咧，佢哋咧都會去到美國度表演嘅。哦，真係非常之犀利啊 ！You are actually performing for the United States Independence Day.
Yes.
For one performance. Okay. Usually, how many people will there be?
In the band, right?
Yeah, in the band.
The band is actually composed of many different sections, right? There's drum lines, there's majorettes, color guards, and band members who plays the instrument. I would say about 80 people. Before we were averaging about 120.
Well, 120.
Yeah, before, because we're looking for more members, of course, to become part of the band. But that's the number we normally when we go out to perform.
佢基本上係遊行嘅時候係一班人咁排住咁樣一路行一路吹奏啲樂器啊，又或者鼓啊、打鼓啊等等咁樣嘅表演嚟噶嘛。咁我就好奇想知道佢每一次咁樣嘅表演咧會有幾多人呢？佢就話你知啦，因為Heritage Band 佢嗰個嘅人數咧，同埋牽涉好多唔同嘅即嘅譬如你話淨係呢一個嘅鼓啊，都有一紮人咁啦。咁其實好多人嘅，咁差唔多 average 咧會有80人。咁佢都話其實試過咧有120人嘅，咁佢亦都歡迎越多越好，佢都話咁多啲人玩咪開心啲咯。What is your role then when it's performing? Do you actually in the part of the band, or because you're a director,
Yes.
you won't be in the part of it?
During parade, of course, if I have a chance to actually perform with them, and then I go with them as sometimes I played an instrument, and during parades, sometimes we had after parade, sometimes we do have we call them a mini performance, mini concerts, right?
Oh, okay. So basically every time?
Not all the time. Most of the engagement, like a Filipino event, normally when we do parade, after parade we do we play for 20 minutes standing positions, and normally that's where I conduct the band, and pretty much if I'm not playing, guiding the band, and feeling whatever it's missing, right? Filling up with whatever missing, and during concerts, of course, I'm the main conductor of the band.
係嘛？好奇啊，問下我呢佢究竟喺呢一個表演嘅時候咧，佢角色係做啲咩咧？咁佢就當然因為佢係一個 music director， 咁唔係表演嘅情況之下，佢就要即係做 direct 人哋點樣做點樣表演啦。咁但係到表演嘅時候，佢就可以同佢哋一齊表演啦。咁同埋其實每一個表演咧之後咧，通常都會有一個小型嘅一個 mini concert 咁嘅，佢都話。咁佢又可以參與其中嘅演出啦。遇到 concert 嘅時候咧，如無意外就當然就係會去做指揮大家點樣去表演。You guys have a really special uniform.
Yes.
Can you describe your uniform to us?
Yeah. The actually the uniform is you probably have seen changing of the guard in Ottawa. With the red tunic on and have a very hat that's actually in black pants. That's basically the uniform we have. Pretty much the same idea. And we do have one for winter, and because we do a lot of Toronto Santa Claus parade, it's winter time, right?
Oh yeah, you can wear that in summertime.
Yeah, and the uniform is red and white, red and black, and pretty much what we normally use in performances. With a parade, sometimes we do that in a concert as well. We use it. Yeah.
因為我就上過網睇過佢哋嗰啲制服嘅，咁幾特別嘅，咁佢就所以我叫佢形容一下俾大家聽。咁佢個制服咧，其實有少少似如果大家會去睇過，譬如Ottawa 都有啦，或者譬如你去英國咧，嗰啲士兵換兵嘅時候咧，就會見到啦。佢又係有真係嗰頂黑色嗰個咁嘅帽啦，跟住衫咧就係紅色同黑色咁嘅，咁真係好似一隊兵咁樣行嘅。但係當然佢哋就唔係揸槍，係揸住樂器咁樣，望落去好壯觀嘅。咁佢話咧就講笑咁講啦，因為呢套當然就係冬天嘅制服啦，夏天真係唔可以咁樣着啦。嗰頂帽應該會好熱啦。咁夏天佢都係着翻但係夏天裝嘅，但係都係黑色同埋紅色為主嘅。咁好特別嘅一個團隊啊，我覺得係尤其是佢就話，因為大部分嘅隊員啦，其實而家咧都係喺加拿大出生多嘅，咁佢嘅家長咧就係來自菲律賓嘅。咁不如問一問關於呢個 background 都好喎，嗬。You have mentioned that most of the members right now are actually born in Canada, but their parents are from the Philippines.
Yes.
Can you tell us why would this happen? Is it because the parents actually started this?
Yes.
And then they actually pass it on to the kids.
Yeah, actually, because Heritage Band, our goal is pretty much preserve our heritage culture, right? Through music and festivities. Right? So most of the band members who become part of the band are, some of them have know someone, right? So they introduce to them that there is a band, friend, cousins, right? But we do have some people who, from the parents, been there for a long time, and got married, have their kids, after 15 years come back, that kind of routine. It's more like a relay where the parents come back playing. Now they have a family and the kids, grown up a little bit. Start at age of 11 up to age of 21, still part
11 to age 21.
And word of mouth. We perform everywhere, and people know someone. And plus, being as a teacher, we know some people who in the school, in mentor school, so we encourage them to come. And once in a while, I speak to some of the co-teacher and say, I have a band. We need because they're Filipino, so we ask them to come and join, and we have this rehearsal, and they join us pretty much. So the word of mouth and previous band members who know someone, so pretty much that's how they get connected, network-wise, right?
How many members are there right now?
Right now, we averaging, I believe, probably about 60. Okay, but we're increasing now the numbers. We have more coming. So that's the amount of band members on parade that goes on the street. But our goal is to get, of course, unlimited. Like I said before, we've been before at least more than 100.
Oh yeah, you mentioned before.
Because as the people grow up, they're going to university. Most of our members started age of 10, 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they stay with us until before university.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then some of them stay even up to now. They're still with us. So it goes down, they quit, and then new members comes in, and then so on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Different new olds coming into the band.
Nice. 頭先問到佢，因為佢點解會好多人都係喺加拿大出生嘅，但父母就來自呢一個嘅菲律賓，會有呢個現象咧。咁因為咧其實呢個 Heritage Band 咧係好耐之前已經有呢一個嘅有呢隊 band。咁以前就當然係由家長去開始發起話做呢隊 band。咁佢哋 again 佢哋嘅主旨咧都係想將佢哋民族嘅關於菲律賓嘅一啲事咧，就透過呢一啲音樂去到宣揚出去。咁由上一代已經做起啦，咁上一代就 pass on 俾下一代，咁然後下一代又開始可能結咗婚啊，有細路仔啊，同埋有一啲朋友可能就你嘅親戚或者你個朋友咧就話喺呢隊 band 度嘅，咁樣就係咁樣楞下咧就楞咗好多朋友就 join 咗呢一隊 band， 而亦都係因為咁樣有好多咧就變咗下一代就係通常都係喺加拿大出世就係咁解啦。咁佢都話其實而家人數就比以前少咗啲噶啦，因為有啲就大個咗啦，咁可能即係就離開咗啦。咁有啲就係又係啦，即係朋友咁樣話介紹我都係喺呢一隊 band 度嘅，咁差唔多年紀嘅，咁你嚟，咁大家來來去去即係會人數冇以前咁多，但係其實都有60人嘅而家。咁佢就話通常咧年紀咧最多都係11歲至到21歲左右嘅。And yes, Orly, I know that. Well, first of all, thank you so much for telling us about the background of the Heritage Band. But I know that other than the music director, you also have another role. And you are going to share with us today. I know that you are also a chef.
Yeah.
When I know that you're a chef, of course, we can't avoid the topics. We will have to ask you to talk about food.
Yes. All right. As long as I don't get hungry.
Well, you know what? Actually, I'm quite hungry.
That will give you more appetite.
Yes. Yeah. Tell us some Filipino food. I haven't tried a lot of Filipino food, so you can just tell us the food, or maybe what is the main ingredients, or even if you can teach us how to cook.
Sure. Yeah, we have. I guess Filipinos. We have a variety of different type of food, whether it's a soup or a stew, right? But one thing that I wanted to actually talk about is what we call sinigang.
Sinigang.
Yes. Sinigang is a stew. It's a beef stew. It's actually it's a soup. Sorry, based on tamarind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with this particular style of cooking, you could use milkfish, depending on what the meat that you want to use. You can use pork,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there's chicken, as well as you can use beef. Okay. So sinigang is like I said, it's based on tamarind. So first thing you do is just, of course, if you're using beef, you kind of just boil it. You put a little bit of tomato, right, and you put onions, and you let it boil until that particular meat is actually become a little bit more soft, right, and it's ready to do, easy to bite and something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you put some veggie. Veggie could be eggplant, right? There's okra, and we in here back in the Philippines we use actually leaves of the sweet potato, right? But here in Canada we use what they call spinach. Okay, and of course to get a little bit more spice up a little bit. We put hot pepper.
Hot
right?
pepper.
But we don't squeeze the hot pepper. You just kind of cook the hot pepper, the long one. You put it there, just let it cook a little bit, and for me, it's not good without fish sauce. Fish sauce is actually one of the we use that to deep, just to spice up the a little bit salty, when you eat it along with the rice, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
頭先咧，我就同 Ollie 講啦，因為咧其實佢除咗係一個 music director 之外咧，佢仲有一個身份嘅。佢咧其實係一個大廚嚟嘅，咁所以咧嗱，啲大廚嚟到，咁啊當然要同我哋講嘢食啦，咁啊肚餓都係咁話噶啦，其實肚餓先更加要講嘢食啊，咁肚餓可能咧聽咧可能冇咁餓啦嚇，咁啊今日同我哋介紹嘅呢一個菲律賓嘅食物咧，即係其實係一個湯嚟嘅，佢就叫做 sinigang。通常啲人會用啲咩肉去整呢個湯咧？你可以用魚，你可以用豬，可以用雞，但係通常都會用牛肉嘅。先就梗係煮住啲牛啦，咁佢就提議咧，你就加呢一個嘅番茄、洋葱、蔬菜咧，通常會用咩咧？你可以用呢一個矮瓜啦，用佢哋當地好出名嘅一種叫做秋葵嘅一種嘅植物。咁另外咧就係你可以用一啲嘅sweet potato 啦，又或者因為佢就話，因為喺菲律賓佢通常都會用呢一個 sweet potato， 但係嚟到加拿大咧，通常佢就會用菠菜啦。咁同埋咧，佢就會加少少嘅呢個嘅胡椒啦。然之後佢就話有一樣嘢，佢覺得自己一定要加嘅，就係佢哋菲律賓人又係好中意加佢哋叫做 fish sauce。咁咧其實係一啲魚嘅一種嘅醬類咁樣啦。咁佢就話呢一隻醬咧，其實係鹹鹹地咁即係加咗落去咧，成個湯咧就有啲鹹味，咁啊好惹味咁嘅。咁啊，其實聽落去咧有少少似呢個嘅。泰國嗰隻冬陰功啊，嗰種咁樣嘅感覺嘅，因為佢就話係甜甜酸酸咁樣嘅，佢話係好惹味嘅一個湯嚟嘅。So it's a common soup. Is it a daily soup though?
I'm sorry.
Is it a daily soup? Is it
actually,
something that you will eat daily?
It's a soup, but it's part of the main course that we
Oh, it's part of the main course.
Yeah,
okay.
It's actually one of the main courses as well.
Oh,
It's just have soup in it, right? It's a soup base.
Okay.
But it is a main course. Rice and that would be just fantastic. That would be the main.
我問到佢呢一個其實係一個每一日會飲到嘅一個湯嚟嘅。佢話其實咧話就話佢一個湯，其實佢根本係一個主菜嚟嘅。即係佢只不過有湯有水嘅成分，但係其實佢係主菜嚟嘅。咁可能因為你有肉咧，咁你可能整得咁大嚿嘅肉，咁啊變咗可以做一個主菜咯。OK。Like I said, I am hungry.
Yeah, me too. Because it's a sour base,
Yes, since you mentioned it's sweet and sour, so yes. Yeah, it's something that is actually something that I want to eat right now.
actually, no sweet at all. It's like sour and a bit salty.
Oh, so actually no sweet.
That's no sweet. No.
Oh, okay. I have to correct that to the audience.
That's okay.
頭先我就同大家講過呢個係有少少甜甜酸酸，佢話唔係，其實冇甜嘅，佢係淨係酸同埋鹹，咁就係酸同埋鹹嗰個嘅味道咧，就係非常之濃郁嘅。呢個亦都係呢一味菜嘅特色嚟嘅。Well, you know what? Thank you for making me hungry. To cook this soup, how does it take long?
Oh yeah, the beef normally takes about 45 minutes, depending on what beef you get. Right, in the market, there's some good one, and you never know what's good one, anyways. But all the quality meat that we get is good, but sometimes there's an old and young cow, right? So normally about 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
You have to let it boil. Simmer.
Okay.
And that's the best part is when you're trying to boil this beef, it's good to do it on the simmer, because then it's really getting the flavor out. And the rest of the stuff, once they're actually ready to be eaten, and then of course the only thing you need to do is just put the vegetable according to their whenever they're ready to be eat. Whoever comes, you put the first one that's actually a little bit longer to cook, and then pile up a different veggie on top of it. Right? And that's it. And then you serve it on the pot and ready to eat. Yeah.
咁啊，我問佢煮呢一個嘅湯需時耐唔耐呢？佢話耐啊，因為要45分鐘至1個鐘呢，啲牛先至係出味同埋先至係腍。佢話咁所以呢，淨係肉嗰 part 會耐少少，45至1個鐘。咁但係呢，一定要咁耐時間呢，佢話嗰啲肉先至會出味嘅。Ollie, thank you so much for coming today to share with us about your heritage band and also to teach us how to cook.
Yes, it's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
歡迎大家翻嚟 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓。今日我請到一位小女孩上到嚟呢，同我一齊做呢個節目。佢真係好可愛、好靚女嘅。咁佢仲係咧呢一個嘅菲律賓小姐，即係小童組嘅。好可愛嗰個女仔。咁我仲知道佢非常之有天分啊，唱歌跳舞方面都係嘅。咁我哋急不及待同呢位小女孩傾下偈先。佢嘅名字叫做 Brittany Waddle. Hi, Brittany.
Hello.
Good to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Great. I am so happy because I have another star in my studio. A very pretty young lady here.
Thank you.
And I know you are the Miss Little Philippines.
Yes, I am. I'm Little Miss Philippines 2013 PIDC.
Brittany 咧，佢係2013年嘅Miss Little Philippines 我哋叫，即係菲律賓小姐，但係佢哋有呢個小女孩組嘅。咁啊，佢係2013年嘅冠軍嚟嘅。我哋問下佢有啲乜嘢令到佢想參加呢一個比賽先啊。Brittany, what made you want to be in this contest?
It made I think it started out when I was starting to do competitions and singing, and then I talked to a few people. My mom was like, "Oh, let's join a pageant maybe," and I was like, "Maybe." And I first started out like a small pageant before, and I didn't make it really. And then I took some modeling, and then I realized there was another pageant called PIDC, so I decided to sign up for that, and I ended up winning, and it was a great experience.
Brittany 咧，原來係因為自小咧就已經唱歌啊、表演啊咁噶啦，咁佢就媽咪就同佢講，不如參加呢啲選美活動啦。咁既然你都係咁中意做呢一個嘅表演嘅事啦，咁於是乎佢就參加咗一個嘅選美活動。咁但係當其時佢冇贏到嘅，咁之後佢就咧做一啲工作啦，就包括埋做 model 添喎。小年紀嘅佢已經做 model 啦。咁之後佢就見到 PIDC 咧。又有一個選美嘅活動，於是佢參加咗，今次佢就贏咗啦。年紀少少嘅去做 model， 真係問佢啦。Brittany, you are so young, like 12 years old right now?
Yes, I am. I know I'm very young, but my mom said I started singing when I was just little, and I decided oh, this is I just love doing it. It just makes me happy, and it expresses how I feel.
Okay, and you said you were doing some modeling.
Yeah, I am. I do both. I do both. My mom wanted me to sign up for both because I both love doing it because it's really fun and enjoying. It makes me happy too.
Let's talk about your singing first. I actually saw your video.
Yeah.
Your singing video, very impressed. When did you? Well, I mean, if you have that memory, since you're still so young, but when did you start to like singing?
It first started when I was young. I think about 5 to 4 years old, and I joined my first talent show at my school. And everyone after that was very impressed by me. They're like, you have to keep it up, keep going. And I decided to keep that work up, and I started to go to competitions. And like I said, I went to that pageant PIDC, and I just realized that it makes me happy, and I love doing it.
Oh, so did you say 4 to 5 years old?
Yeah, 4 to 5 years old I started doing it.
Brittany 由4至5歲開始已經中意唱歌，亦都係參加好多嘅比賽嘅。咁於是乎佢就逐漸咁累積咗啲經驗啦。咁就所以就決定參加呢一個嘅選美嘅比賽啦。You were not shy at all when you were 4 and 5 years old. You just yeah, it's okay. I can just sing in front of a lot of people.
When I think I was young, I wanted to I liked people to see how I sing, and I just want people to know that I love doing this stuff, and I realized that everyone loved hearing me and it was entertaining. So I don't know. I just first time it was a bit scary, and then I started to get into it, and then it started being like a normal thing.
Britney 話好開頭嘅時候可能有少少嘅緊張，但係基本上之後佢就非常之 enjoy 呢一個嘅表演嘅過程，咁所以咧佢而家唔可以話佢淨係習慣咗，佢根本就係非常之 enjoy 去做呢一件事啊。Anyone inspires you singing?
Like in celebrity wise, it would be either like Beyonce, because she was the first person who I would like start to like. I learned off her. Like that was the first video I saw, all the single ladies by Beyonce, and I was like, oh, I want to be like her. I want to start working like her. So I started that. But in like maybe family wise, it would be my brother or my mom, and like my whole family. They encouraged me, and like they told me like, oh, keep going it. You're gonna be a star, and then like it just happened, and like. Yeah.
And they all like singing. They all sing too.
My brother, he's a sports player. Like he plays baseball. He's not really a singer. But like sometimes he would do a duet for me just for fun. And my dad likes sports, and my mom, she did a pageant like way back in the Philippines, and I think I caught it off her maybe, in like her family side, and maybe some of my dad, because his brother was a singer too.
Oh, so your mom actually joined the Miss Pageant in the Philippines too?
Yeah, I think she was like second first runner up like back in the Philippines. I forget the title of what it was called, but she won in a pageant before, and I think I take off her.
Yeah, it's in your blood. Britney 咧佢就話我問到啊 Britney 佢有乜嘢人咧去到 inspire 佢咁中意唱歌嘅咧？佢就話如果係呢個嘅明星嚟講咧，就係 Beyonce， 咁佢好喜歡 Beyonce 嘅。佢話當佢睇到咧 Beyonce 嗰隻 All the Single Ladies 嘅 MV 嘅時候咧，佢就已經非常之中意佢。佢好想有朝一日咧可以做到好似 Beyonce 咁。咁如果你話係屋企人方面咧，佢就話係佢媽咪同埋佢嘅哥哥咧都鼓勵佢去唱歌嘅。佢話只要你中意你就繼續 keep it up 咁樣嘅。咁我問到佢媽咪同埋哥哥係咪都好中意唱歌咧？佢話唔係，佢哥哥咧其實就係呢一個嘅好中意呢一個嘅 sports 嘅一位朋友啦。咁佢但係佢就非常之鼓勵阿 Britney 咧去唱歌。佢媽咪咧原來喺菲律賓咧都參加過選美，仲係得到獎項嘅。咁應該就係有呢一個嘅因子啦。因為其實佢啲媽咪都好靚嘅，媽咪同個女兩個都咁靚，其實真係唔選美都嘥晒啦。And Britney, so Beyonce, it's your idol.
Yeah, she's technically my idol. Like I really love her, and like she's been my favorite since I was just a little girl, because I've been seeing her since like her first video till now. I still adore her. So
yeah, she's good. I like her too. So she and your brother and your mom inspires you.
Yes, my mom, my dad, and my brother, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, of course. You can't miss the dad.
Yeah,
can't miss your dad too. Yeah. But what about like practice, like, or like who, like, did you take any course to like about singing, like not about modeling first? I mean, just focus on singing. Like,
Yeah.
did you take any course, or did anyone teach you to sing?
At first, I think my mom just told me to practice, but then we started like realizing that if you want to start getting into it, you have to like get some like lessons. So I started off, I think, from maybe like my first concert was Bon Castillo, who kind of helped me, and then I started getting into it, and then like it was Cheryl and Rodney, and then at the end I'm at JDL right now still, so, and that helps me too.
Do you practice like every day?
I practice mostly every day. If I don't, I practice every other day. So
Basically, homework, singing.
yeah, that's why sometimes I have to cut it off and make it every other day, and like just do homework and singing, because I have to study too, because I'm graduating next year for grade 8.
我問到 Britney 佢唱歌方面咧係有即係要好多要練習噶嘛，其實唱歌唱得好咁你當然要練習啦。咁佢話佢其實每一日咧幾乎每一日都會練習唱歌噶啦。若果每一日做唔到咧，盡量隔日都去做呢件事。咁一個小女孩又要做功課又要練歌，其實真係唔係一件容易嘅事嚟嘅。Britney, to study and to practice singing, do you feel any challenges, or are you under any pressure to do both?
I'm definitely feeling a lot of challenges, but I have to think in the back of my head that like I'm loving what I'm doing singing, and I have to get education too as well. And if I want to do both, I have to work as hard as I can. And at the end, of course, sometimes I feel under pressure, but I have to realize that it's going to take a lot of time if you want to do what you want to do, like reach your dreams. So I ended up, you can do both if you really try hard and believe yourself.
Oh, I like that. Wow, you're so young, but then, yeah, what you have said, it's so good.
Yeah.
You are actually like an adult to me.
Thank you.
阿 Britney 咧就話其實佢當然一路又要返學，即係要專注喺學業上邊，亦都要練歌。其實當然係會有一定嘅壓力，亦都個 challenge 都會大嘅。咁但係佢就話佢都會盡量嘗試做得好。咁佢亦都話若果自己係真係好想做嗰件事，只要肯努力咧，就可以做得到噶啦。一個咁年輕嘅小女孩能夠講到呢番說話，真係一個好成熟嘅一位朋友。我好相信咧，有呢一份嘅堅持咧，喺佢嘅演藝事業咧，一定會係有好大嘅幫助，亦都能夠令到佢咧發揮到一個非常之好嘅水準嘅。Britney, I know that you have the PIDC Miss Little Philippines is only one of your experience in any type of contest. You have joined like many other contests.
Yes, I have. I have joined. I think first was like Filipino Idol, which is for singing, and I ended up for the first round. I ended up making an I won the first round, but then I couldn't make it to the second round because I first joined the PCCF pageant, which I came in second round. And then I joined next year, and then I made it in first again. And then they changed the second round because they wanted me to try. But I ended up not making it, but that did not stop me from trying. And then it actually encouraged me to start on PIDC. So yeah, I've done a lot of contests before, but then I think for now, like I kind of stopped because I want to like just realize like to work on it until maybe later on I'll start doing it again.
So that the failure didn't stop you from anything?
No, definitely it did not. It actually encouraged me to do more, and just because a little bit people are going to hate on you, it's not going to stop me from doing anything because like I'm my own person, I can do whatever I want. Really.
Britney 咧，佢真係一個非常之堅強嘅女仔嚟嘅。佢PIDC 嘅呢個嘅選美活動咧，唔係佢第一個參加嘅活動嚟嘅。佢之前其實參加過好多唔同嘅比賽，咁之前亦都參加過另外一個選美比賽，咁佢冇贏到嘅。即係進入咗過咗第一個回合，但係佢係冇贏到。但係佢就話呢一啲嘅失敗咧並冇阻止過佢繼續去努力同埋嘗試。佢話佢係好只會令到佢更加堅決咁要繼續做得好啲。咁一位小女孩有呢一份決心咧，我都真係覺得好難得啦。佢就話佢就係佢自己去做自己中意做嘅嘢，就真係唔應該因為呢一啲嘅失敗而阻止到佢嘅。哇，非常之有見地啊！我覺得呢位小女孩真係一啲都唔似得12歲。And Britney, yeah, like I like what you have just said. So after so many different contests, I know you said you want to take a rest right now. Like you take a break, not a rest. Actually, you just want to take a break right now. But after so many contests, any special experience that you have in your mind that you want to share with us?
After I stopped on break,
No, after all the other contests that you have joined before, any experience.
Yes, I have. For Filipino Idol, I realized that apparently I felt like it was really good because the first song I sang was "Rolling in Deep" by Adele, and that was a great experience because I love that song. And then for PIDC was the most best experience of my life because I actually won that pageant, and it was just a great experience to see my family and my friends cheering for me and just rooting for me, and me walking down the catwalk in my different dresses, and it was really fun, and especially in my talent, everyone was cheering for me and express how I feel, and it made me really happy, and it was a really good experience.
Britney 就話佢其實非常之 enjoy 個表演嘅。咁佢就話 PIDC 呢一個嘅選美活動當然係佢覺得係最好嘅一個嘅經驗啦，因為佢贏咗嘛。另外佢就話佢係非常之 enjoy 咧，喺呢個比賽當中咧，佢個朋友同埋屋企人咧同佢分享呢份喜悅同埋去支持佢嗰種感覺，佢係非常之中意嘅。另外始終都係女仔，當然好中意着得好多唔同嘅靚衫咁去表演啦。嗱，我哋問完呢一個選美嘅比賽同埋其他即係關於佢歌唱嘅表演啦，不如問問佢做 model， 少少年紀做 model 感覺如何嘅咧 ？Brittany, after your singing and your Miss Pageant, like the contest, I am so interested in modeling.
Oh yeah.
Like a young girl like you were actually very tall. Like
yeah.
as a 12 years old girl, you're so tall. I'm pretty sure you will be a tall lady when
Yeah.
when you grew up. But yeah, modeling. How do you feel? Like do you enjoy that? And how do you compare modeling versus singing?
I think like modeling is a great like time like for like for my pageants, and like after I take breaks from pageants, sometimes I go to modeling. People invite me to like their fashion shows, and I would model for them, and like I feel like it's like a fun experience. I feel like it's fun, and like I feel like when I walk down I feel great, and like it's just really fun. And then but I mean like for singing, if I had to compare both of them, it'd be the same, but if I really had to choose, I choose singing over that because singing is like my actual passion, but modeling is also something great for me too. But like if I had to choose, it would definitely be singing.
Mm-hmm. So when modeling, mainly you actually took jobs for fashion shows.
Yes, I have. I actually went to one yesterday. I was at a fashion show yesterday. It was a Mother's Day tribute where I serenaded mothers and gave them roses. And I also modeled for like superheroes. There was a segment for Hawaiian superheroes and like gown, and like it was just like it was fun. And then I also sang in it too. So
you actually sang in the fashion show as well? Yeah,
I did. I serenaded them because it was a Mother's Day tribute, and like all the mothers had to go on stage, and I just had to sing to them like a mother's song.
Brittany 咧，佢對呢一個 fashion show， 即係佢做 modeling 啦，咁就做好多 fashion show 嘅。咁佢就話咧同樣都係咁喜愛嘅。咁當然唱歌係佢真真正正好有熱誠嘅一個興趣嚟嘅。咁所以咧唱歌同呢一個 fashion 即係呢個 modeling 咧就好難去到咁樣比較啦。但係佢兩樣都好中意。咁其實佢都係琴日先至去咗一個用呢一個母親節做主題嘅一個 fashion show， 原來幾好㗎喎！佢除咗行 fashion show 着好多唔同嘅衫之外咧，仲可以喺呢個 fashion show 度表演埋唱歌啊！咁兩件事佢都可以 enjoy 到啦。咁我亦都知道咧 Brittany 咧有一個非常之厲害嘅經驗嘅，因為咧佢係曾經喺呢個 Canada Day 度咧，咁亦都係唱過呢一個嘅即係表演過嘅。Brittany, I know that you actually perform on the Canada's Day as well.
Yeah, like on Canada's Day?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. I performed various days on Canada's Day. Like I've been to a few events after my PCCF and my PIDC experience from my pageants. And yeah, it's pretty fun to do that. It's actually everyone cheering for you, and it's pretty fun. Like, that's why I'm not really that much shy, because everyone's like saying, "Oh, good job," and it makes me feel like more pumped up and like maybe like to do more.
Did you sing like by yourself?
Sometimes,
like with a group?
Sometimes, most of the times, I sing by myself. But like a few other times, I sing with like my friend. I think my friends and like a JDL. I sing with a few people, but like that's only for like some events. But I never sing like for like a actual like thing. It's just like for some events if I want to like have fun and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. How do you compare it though to perform by yourself, like individual performance versus like a group performance? How do you compare, and how do you like?
I like both. I feel like both is good. Like, but I mean, like if I sing by myself, I'm more used to it because I started off singing by myself, and I feel like I don't know, but like singing with a group too, like a bunch of friends, it encourages you more because you're with a bunch of friends, and like it's fun to do it with all your friends when you're realizing like, oh, they get it and they get it. Like it's fun to do, but I mean, like if I had to compare them, pick one, it'd be like singing by myself because I'm more used to that.
Britney 話通常其實佢都係自己表演嘅，咁但係當有情況咧係同其他即係一個 group 去表演，咁佢就話佢兩個都好中意，咁有啲唔同嘅，因為同朋友表演咧，其實會變相令到佢咧鼓勵到佢表演得更加落力啊！佢話有一種幾特別嘅鼓舞喺度嘅，咁但係overall 嚟講咧，佢兩種嘅表演佢都非常之中意嘅。Britney, I know that you also write songs.
Yeah, I wrote one song in my life, and it's called My Dream by Brittany Wadeout, and it's on SoundCloud, and that was produced by Rodney and Cheryl. Well, Cheryl helped me with the vocals, and Rodney, like, actually did the song and, like, did all, like, the guitar and all that. But I mean, like, that was, like, my first song I ever wrote in my life, and, like, I think I might make other songs, but it depends, because that song was my first song.
Wow, 12 years old and you have your own song. What's the inspiration?
My inspiration is, like, all the events I've had. It's really, like, just showing that, like in one song that, like, this is my dream and, like, you can't stop me from doing this. And, like, also my inspiration is my family, because they're always telling me to keep going, like, always keep going, never stop. No one's gonna, even if you get haters, it's fine. Like, just shake it off, whatever.
And that's the theme of that song. It's about, like, keep going.
It's my theme of that song is, like, expressing how my dream is to sing and, like, to, like, keep going and never, like, give up on your dreams, because one day you're gonna make it if you keep trying. And, like, that's what I said before. Like, I never gave up because I know one day I'm gonna make it.
Britney 咧年紀輕輕，但係就已經開始作曲噶啦。佢就話佢作過一首歌俾自己，所以翻去就作咗一首歌俾自己。呢首歌咧嗰個嘅主題咧就係講關於佢對音樂嗰種熱誠，同埋點樣向佢自己嘅理想去進發嘅。佢就話呢一首歌主要就係想話俾大家知，唔好放棄自己嘅夢想，你想做嘅嘢就記住堅持，就唔好即係 keep going。咁佢就話點解會有呢個靈感呢？就係因為佢嘅父母咧經常都鼓勵佢要努力同埋堅持，就算有人唔中意你都好，你都唔應該放棄自己。呢一種嘅理念，我好少喺一個小女孩嘅口中咧聽到呢一種嘅理念啊！即係若果一個成年人咧，好多時我都好清楚知道，其實夢想呢件事真係要靠堅持，而堅持當然係有好多血汗啦，同埋好多嘅淚水嘅背後包含住。咁一位咁年輕嘅小女孩原來真係可能參加得多呢一個嘅比賽呢，對小朋友嘅成長呢係會有呢一種嘅推動力，同埋呢一種正面嘅動力啦，正面嘅諗法，令到佢覺得夢想嘅重要性啦，同埋對於夢想同埋自己喜歡嘅事呢，嗰種堅持呢，喺佢口中聽出嚟呢，我覺得係尤其真摯，同埋尤其感動啊！咁Britney 呢，佢係一個好可愛同埋好靚嘅女仔嚟嘅。咁喺呢個呢一個嘅歌唱事業。我唔知應該用事業嚟形容佢住啦，但係我相信佢就非常之想喺歌唱嘅呢一個道路上邊咧有一番嘅成就嘅。咁我哋不如問一問阿 Britney 佢第時即係喺呢一個嘅歌唱啊，或者呢個演藝啦嘅呢一個行業度，佢仲想有啲乜嘢事係希望可以做到嘅咧？Britney, what's your dream? Like, I know, like, of course, like singing related, but then in the future, what do you want to be in the singing career, or maybe modeling, or some other related to this industry?
Like in the future, if I keep going on as a singer, I definitely want to be a singer in my career. Like maybe in a school, like help vocals, or like being a vocal teacher, or if I like an actual future for education, then I think I wanted to be a veterinarian, because I love animals too, and I have an animal at home named Amigo, and it's a cat, and it's half Siamese, half tortoiseshell. And yeah, and like modeling and dancing also too is like fine for me, but I mean, like if I had to choose between singing, dancing, and modeling, it would definitely be singing.
That's your dream.
Yeah, it is.
我問阿 Briley 咧，咁佢就係大個想做啲乜嘢嘅咧？咁佢就話其實佢真係好想成為一位歌手，因為佢真係好中意唱歌。或者佢如果可以嘅話咧，可以做到呢一個嘅歌唱老師咧，都會非常之開心。咁若果真係唔關呢一個歌唱嘅事業事咧，佢就話佢想做啲咩咧？佢想做一位獸醫喎，因為佢好中意動物嘅。咁佢話如果真係做唔到佢喜歡做嘅歌手，咁如果可以做到獸醫，佢都非常之開心嘅。咁但係講翻呢個歌手或者做呢個 model， 一定 definitely 佢都話佢真係好想成為一位歌手。咁呢度我真係好希望阿 Britney 可以做到一位歌手。Britney, thank you for coming today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
And I hope your dream will come true.
Thank you.
I can see like your face, your eyes.
Thank you.
You will be a really good singer.
Thank you. I'll remember you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
大家休息一陣先，翻嚟呢，我哋有一個菲律賓嘅節日想介紹俾大家嘅。翻嚟 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓，大家好。頭先我已經講過呢一個嘅，有少少預告俾大家。今日呢，我將會介紹一個菲律賓嘅節日俾大家嘅。講開節日呢，我嘅就一定唔可以忘記阿 Ann 呢同我哋介紹過嘅Pahiyas Festival 啦。咁因為 Ann 呢，佢真係識得好多唔同嘅節日嘅，咁所以呢，講開節日呢，我就要揾翻阿 Ann 呢同我哋傾下偈㗎。And thank you for coming again.
You're welcome. And it's good to be back.
You are so good about festivals. So whenever I think about like festivals, I think of you. And I know that there is a festival that you are actually working on.
Here in Toronto, yes. We launched it last year. It's called the Halo Halo Festival.
Halo Festival.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried a dessert that's called halo halo.
Yes.
Is that what's that mean?
Yeah, the word halo halo comes from the word in English translation is mix. So it's a mixture of everything. So it tastes so good. It's so delicious.
Yeah.
That's why we called this event Halo Halo Festival, because it's a mixture of all the cultural the culture in the Philippines. We have a wide variety, so many ethnic groups in the Philippines. So it's showing how our culture is so varied and so beautiful.
Ann 呢就將會舉辦一個嘅節日啊，喺多倫多度有呢個節日㗎嚇。佢個節日嘅名字叫 Halo Halo Festival。咁佢 Halo Halo 點解呢？首先 Halo Halo 咧就揀 mix， 即係將好多嘢唔同嘅嘢 mix 埋一齊。咁點解佢會有呢個名稱呢？就係因為佢好想將好多唔同菲律賓嘅文化呢都 mix 埋一齊。咁就所以佢就諗到呢個名叫 Halo Halo Festival 啦。佢話呢個 festival 咧將會有好多唔同組別嘅人嚟到去一齊去參加呢個慶祝嘅。咁所以咧就好符合咧呢個 Halo Halo 即係 mix 呢一個主題啊。So first of all, Halo Halo Festival. When is it going to happen?
It will be on August 9. It's the whole day at the Witchwood Barns. Witchwood Barns is in St. Clair and Witchwood.
St. Clair and Witchwood.
Hang on. It's in Witchwood Avenue. I don't know if it's avenue or street. It's near St. Clair and Bathurst. Yeah, so it's an old terminal, a train terminal that they have converted into a barn that is mainly on culture, showing the culture of it's an old place. There's an artscape. It's so many artists live in there, and they have converted the old terminal to a showcase of culture and art. Yes.
Oh, that's very special. 呢個 Halo Halo Festival 咧就會喺8月9日咧，就喺呢個 St. Clair 同 Bathurst 度交界度咧有一個叫做 Witchwood Barn， 喺嗰度咧佢就會有一個 showcase 嘅。咁係佢呢個節日咧就會喺嗰一度舉行噶啦。咁有興趣嘅朋友咧，8月9號可以去嗰度參加呢個節日嘅喎。 So what's the celebration or what's the event? What did you do for this festival? Can you tell us more about it?
This event, we showcase different cultures of the Philippines, the colorful cultures of the Philippines. We have dances, we have songs, and we have food. When you talk about Philippines, there's always food coming out. Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. So from Baguio, that's north of Manila, up to the lower part of Mindanao, which is it's Mindanao. We have different cultures to show. So we present dances and also the songs and the food and the games that has disappeared already. Within the modern Filipino, they don't even know what the old games are all about. So we are showing these traditions, and it's for the family. It's for the family. It's a family event, a whole day event for the family.
Whole day event.
Yeah.
It's free.
Free of charge. Yeah.
Anne 咧就話呢一個節日咧，佢最想做到咧就係將菲律賓咁多唔同地方嘅文化，咁多唔同地方嘅人 group 埋一齊，咁就希望可以咧宣揚唔同嘅地方嘅一啲特別嘅事啦。佢話去到呢一個菲律賓北部嘅呢個嘅碧瑤市，上次我哋介紹過嘅巴吉奧啦，或者去到即係菲律賓以南嘅呢個嘅棉蘭老島嗰啲地方，亦都有唔同嘅文化。咁佢就好想咧將唔同嘅 group 咧擺埋一齊，咁去宣揚佢哋國家嘅文化同埋一啲嘅習俗啦，咁佢就話喺菲律賓咧係一個非常之有色彩嘅一個民族嚟噶嘛，咁佢就當中咧就一定會唔少得噶啦，任何 festival 一定唔少得嘅係咩咧？第一屆嘢食啦，嘢食喺佢哋眼中係好緊要嘅，任何嘅節日一定有嘢食。亦都會有跳舞表演啦，有唱有歌啦，又會有好多佢話有好多遊戲。佢話有啲遊戲呢係以前菲律賓人呢會玩嘅，但係而家呢現代啊或者而家後生一輩呢，可能係聽都未聽過，唔識玩嘅。佢係想將呢啲咁嘅遊戲帶翻俾大家，咁就希望大家認識一下。咁同埋呢，佢話呢一個係一個免費嘅節日嚟嘅，咁一個 family event 嚟嘅，佢話歡迎大家去參加嘅。呢一個嘅遊戲呢方面我就非常之有興趣啦。等我問一問啊 Anne 先。And you said that you will introduce some games from the old time to
Yes.
maybe the young people. Right now we only know the games on the phones.
Yes, I know.
About the games, can you give us some highlights or introduction? Like what kind of games do you have?
Yes, I don't know the English translation for
That's
that
okay.
game.
I can try.
We have the patintero. It's a street game from
Street game.
most kids before.
How do you?
I
how
don't
do you
really
play?
know the rules about this, but I played patintero when I was a little girl. Yeah, when there's like a watcher and there's you pass the line and then you have to watch again and you have to pass another line and then you have to come back so you get the points.
Oh.
So yeah, there are guards. There are two teams. So that we want to show the younger generation who do not know how to play the patintero that it's been a street game that we really love when we were kids.
So you can play no matter how many people. You can actually play
Yeah,
that
we have
street game.
Yes, we have teams in there. So like there are 4 each one. So there are guards, and then the other team will be the one playing. You know, that's one example that how exciting it is when we were kids, when there were no this high tech
Before
phones
the
and
phone is
tablets.
infected.
We don't have that before. So we also have the tumbang preso, when there's a can that we have to hit the can and just that's how it is, and then just the one watching the can will just touch you. So if you hit the can and then you have to run, and those are some of the games. We also have the takyan. It's called also sipa, and then there's one like a lead thing, a washer that you have to hit by your foot and count it. The more you have without making the washer go down, and then that's how you win the game. If you make more hits before it falls to ground, that's one also. We have, and the most exciting one is the pabitin. Pabitin is like what we do here. I don't know how they call it here in parties, that when you hit something in birthdays, we call it hit the pot also, palayok. And the pabitin is like a frame that we hang on the wall with lots of goodies hanging in there. And we put it down and then let the children get their goodies. They jump to get their goodies. So it attracts so many children also in there. So we did it last year because that's one tradition that we had when we have parties back home, that we have this pabitin and they get their goodies from that pabitin. The better you jump, the more goodies you have.
Oh, okay. But it's only for the birthday boy or birthday girl.
The
or
celebrations
everyone?
before, but it has become our community events. We have that in the Philippines. So we are bringing it here for the children, the young children now, to be aware that there's so much more to discover and not just playing your tablet.
Yes, just go jump and grab the goodies.
It's exercise too. And it's fun.
That's actually the last one that you mentioned is so interesting.
Yeah.
But back then, you actually hang that in like
On
at
trees,
home. Oh, at trees.
Outside. It's an outside thing.
So if I am the birthday girl, I can just go jump and grab what I want.
Yeah, you have your friends with you, like
They will help
invite
me.
you invite your friends with
okay.
you, and so the father would do that and hang it, and then the goodies hanging in there, so the kids will be waiting for the time for them to get the goodies. So the celebrant as well as the guest, the children, so are just so interested in jumping and getting what they can get from that bamboo frame where the goodies were hanged.
And it's like a frame, and like nothing. Is that covered by anything? I mean, like if I'm a kid, do I know what am I grabbing, or it's all covered?
Yes, sometimes they display. It's just in hang directly. Sometimes they put in plastic bags, and sometimes they wrap it. It's up to the celebrant. It's up to the host. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But what we do in Witchwood Barns at the Halo Halo Festival, everything is shown. Just small goodies, It's just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they would experience the fun that we had before, that they don't know it here now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's bringing up our old culture and incorporate it in such a way that people, the family would appreciate and bring up memories that we had back home.
Yeah, that would be so sweet.
Yeah.
好特別啊！原來佢哋會特登咧揾翻啲咧佢哋細個喺菲律賓嘅一啲遊戲。呢啲遊戲咧而家佢都話啦，啲細路仔都唔識噶啦，因為通常而家啲遊戲全部都喺晒個電話或者個 tablet 度噶啦。咁所以佢就好想將呢啲遊戲咧帶翻嚟俾年長嘅人咧就有翻啲回憶啦，俾啲細路仔就嘗試翻玩呢啲以前都仲未失傳嘅遊戲。咁佢略略咁形容過類似啲乜嘢 game 嘅。咁佢話有一個好似係啲街頭嘅 game 嚟嘅，咁就有少少似咧我哋嗰陣時啲紅綠燈咁啊。佢就話會分開兩個 team 嘅，一個 team 啲人咧就係做個 guide 個 guard 啊，即係睇住你唔可以超越一條線咁嘅。咁另外一 team 人咧就係要去越過呢啲咁嘅 guard 啦，就一定要可以一路玩到過晒咁多個守龍門嘅人，咁就係贏啦。咁另外咧就係佢話會擺一個唔同個 can 喺度，即係罐啊。咁你就要當一個人咧就要望住嗰個罐頭嘅。咁若果咧有人咧拍一拍你咧，你就要掂一掂個罐頭，然後就要跑，類似咁樣嘅遊戲啦。即係我盡量去傳譯佢話俾我知呢個遊戲點玩。咁第四個咧就好得意嘅有一個 game， 佢就話係以前咧就係 for 生日嗰個人咧就玩嘅。咁點樣玩咧？就係以前咧就係會生日嗰個嘅屋企啦，咁就會可能會喺 一棵樹或者一個地方度就掛一啲嘅frame 一啲嘅禮物，一啲可以係包住，亦都可以唔包住嘅掛晒喺度，咁就 for 咧生日嗰個人咧就同啲朋友一齊 invite 你啲朋友一齊嚟玩啦，就要跳高就攞咧掛喺上面嘅禮物啦。你想攞咩咧？你就要即係用力咁跳先至得到嘅。咁佢話好好玩嘅，你成班小朋友一齊一路好踴躍咁啊！我要邊份禮物咧，就一定要跳先玩。又可以做運動，又可以得到你份禮物。佢就話過程係好得意、好可愛嘅。咁佢就將呢一個遊戲咧，佢話以前就係生日先至可以玩嘅，而家咧因為佢要搞 Hello Hello Festival 呢個節日，所以佢就將呢一個遊戲咧都擺咗喺呢個節日度，咁就唔係生日都可以去玩啦。即係即使你唔係生日嗰個位，你都可以去嗰度跳高攞啲小禮物。佢都話係一啲好少嘅禮物，但係嗰種嘅嗰種嘅情趣，嗰種嘅樂趣係好可愛。同埋佢都話若果係以前玩過呢個遊戲嘅人咧，去見到咧應該會好多好多唔同嘅回憶啊浮現翻上嚟啊。Thank you for telling me. This is so special. I love the last one. What's that called again?
Pabitin.
Pabitin, yeah.
Pabitin, yes.
Yeah, pabitin, yeah.
Yeah, because in our language, pabitin means hanging.
Oh.
So we call it pabitin.
Pabitin,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very funny. I mean, like as a kid, I would be so happy.
Yeah. Even when we did it last year, there was one grandma also playing with the kids and getting her goodies from the pabitin. She said it was for her grandson.
Oh, that's so sweet. And I'm sure when she was playing that, she must have remembered, okay, that was I did when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh no, she was a foreigner. She wasn't a Filipino,
really?
but she just
She
cannot help that not joining with the kids. Yeah, because she said this is the first time that she'd seen it. Because they don't have it in their
Yeah, exactly. That's a really special one.
Yeah.
That's a really special one. And what about food? Like there will be food for the
Yeah, there
festival?
will be food too. In fact, that will be also an event that we will showcase different Filipino food. Like we have the adobo, right? We are famous with the adobo, and we have different foods. Like we have pancit. We have all our desserts, the puto, kuchinta, and all of these different sweets, and so delicious that we introduced, because this is not only for Filipinos. We also invite other people of different cultures to taste and explore what the Filipinos can offer. Yeah, I mean what we have. There's a wide variety. So there's lots of food as well. So all delicious food.
Would that be the halo halo dessert?
The main event, of course, is the halo halo, because halo halo is a dessert. It's a cold drink, right? And this is mixed with different ingredients. It's a dozen ingredients in there that makes it so delicious. So that will be our main event also, the halo halo, because we call it the halo halo festival. So because it's a mixture of everything. We have culture. We have our cultural dances. We have our food, and we have all those games that we have since the old us who belong to the older generation that we want to introduce to the newer ones here in Canada who do not know that it exists. Yeah.
我問到嘢食方面啦，佢話好多嘢食㗎，會有唔同嘅菲律賓嘅嘢食，佢都會喺呢一個嘅 Hello Hello Festival 度你哋會見到㗎啦，你哋可以去試下㗎啦。最主要梗係同個主題好 match 嘅嘢食啦，就係 Hello Hello。因為其實菲律賓有一個甜品啊，佢個名字就係叫做 Hello Hello。咁啊，小女士都試過㗎啦。因為上次阿 Mila 咧嚟教煮嘢食嘅時候咧，佢就帶咗個 Hello Hello 俾我試。咁啊，好多唔同嘅材料擺上去一啲冰上邊。咁啊，一個好凍嘅個 dessert 嚟嘅。咁如果你summer summer 即係8月咧去嗰度玩咧，真係嘆住呢個 Halo Halo 咧，一路食一路玩啊，一定會好開心。呢個 Halo Halo 咧，我真係好難忘嘅呢一個甜品，我試完之後，因為佢有啲椰汁啊，有雪糕啊，有好多豆啊，咁 mix 埋一齊。我試完之後咧，我真係到而家都仲記得呢隻 Halo Halo 俾我嗰個嘅快樂啊！ Halo Halo, I tried it once and I like it so much, and that's why I was trying to tell the audience how good it is.
Not one would say that it's not good. It's just delicious.
It makes me so happy.
Yes, of course.
I'm sure, like for this festival, Halo Halo, you will need a Halo Halo.
Yes, you will find Halo Halo everywhere. Different versions of Halo Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And other than Halo Halo, what's your favorite food, like the Filipino food?
Of course, I love halo halo, and
yeah.
I like adobo.
Adobo.
Yeah.
I actually find adobo it's so easy to make too.
It is, yes, it is, and it doesn't go bad right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about this.
It doesn't go bad because it has vinegar. Yes.
Can it be like a street food?
Yes.
For the festival?
Yes.
How like do you use a stick or like
No,
anything? To wrap
we serve like in a bowl.
In a bowl.
But it's good with rice. It's also adobo is good with rice.
And any like pancit, is that what's that called? The chow mein?
Pancit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have different versions of pancit also.
Oh, okay. It's like in the
Yes.
festival.
Yeah, in the festival.
And I know there is a type of pancit that you actually eat with leaf or something.
Oh, that's pancit hab-hab. Pancit hab-hab is in the Pahias festival. That is not complete without the pancit hab-hab. That's for the Pahias festival. We hopefully we are still in the process of planning. Maybe 2 years from now, we will have this festival also here in Toronto.
Oh yeah, that would be lovely.
Yeah, I won't forget to invite you all.
And the chow mein on a leaf, that would be very special. Like at
Yes,
least
it
in
is.
my eyes.
Yes,
But
it is.
I can imagine how messy it would be too. for
Yeah.
women.
Oh, it's just good to try.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But you said you will have like different type of pancit
Yeah.
in the Halo Halo festival.
Yes,
I
will
didn't know
have-
there are so many different types. I thought like pancit is just like a chow mein.
Yeah, pancit, we have the small noodles like rice noodles. We have the pancit bihon, we have the pancit sotanghon, we have the pancit hab-hab, we have the
But when you said it's different, is it like different meat or?
it's a different variety of noodles.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
it's
Like
made
not the sauce, but the noodles itself.
Yeah, just the noodles, and a little variation on how it's being done.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So it's actually like different noodles. So when you
Yeah,
say like
different noodles.
like the pancit hab is actually like a different kind of thing.
Yes, it's from flour, the pancit hab-hab, but regular flour. But the bihon, it's rice noodles, right?
I see.
We have
I got
pancit.
it.
We have the palabok. We have so different make. Yeah, so that makes it different names too.
哦，
Yeah.
講到嘢食咧，就真係停唔到口嘅。咁啊 Anne 咧就介紹咧，當喺呢一個 Halo Halo Festival 咧，會有唔同嘅嘢食。頭先就講過有呢個最主題嘅甜品啦，就係呢個 Halo Halo 啦。另外咧，佢就話會有adobo 啦。其實 adobo 係佢哋菲律賓咧好 common 嘅一個主菜嚟嘅。咁你通常就係mix with 譬如雞啊、牛啊、豬啊咁係一個好重醋味嘅一個醬料。咁佢就話好好嘅 adobo 係一個好好嘅街頭嘅嘢食。咁佢就話你可以佢哋到當時咧會係用啲碗咧去 serve 俾大家食嘅。咁大家可以試下。另外一個一個好 common 嘅一個嘢食咧，就係佢哋叫做pancit。咁其實咧係好似我哋廣東炒麵啊，即係麵嚟嘅。咁但係我就今日咧就學到一樣嘢啦。原來咧佢成日提住好多唔同嘅麵啊，唔同嘅pancit咧，原來係講緊唔同嘅麵質。 同埋即係好似我哋唐人，我哋啲麵有粗麵啊、幼麵啊、米粉啊等等，佢哋菲律賓都係一樣，係有一啲麵咧係粗啲，有一啲咧係又係米粉咁，有一啲係幼啲，有一種咧就甚至咧係用一啲葉啊嚟包住嚟 serve 大家嘅。咁佢都話好希望可以咧跟住嗰幾年可以將更加多嘅食物咧就介紹俾我哋唔同，就算你係菲律賓人又好，唔係菲律賓人都好，佢都好想將菲律賓嘅美食咧帶到俾大家嘅。And thank you so much for
You're
telling
welcome.
us
Yes,
about
okay.
this.
Thank
Yes.
you. It's my appreciation.
And this event is free of charge, and it's like full of games, full
Yeah.
of food.
Philippine costumes,
Oh,
Philippine
Philippine
dances, all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And for sure it's colorful.
Very colorful. Yes. And in the Halo Halo organizers, that's Voltaire De Leon, Hernani De Leon, Maria Giao, Rose Tiham, Marcy Bernal, and me, yours truly, Anna Corda. So we are the original organizers of the Halo Halo festivals.
Okay, good. Once again, it's going to be on August
9th this year at the Witchwood Barns. Yeah.
OK， 咁大家有興趣咧，真係8月9號去一去呢個 Witchwood Barn 嗰度咧，去睇下、體驗下呢一個 Halo Halo Festival。我哋今日咧非常之高興阿 Anne 咧上到嚟同我哋介紹呢一個節日。Thank you again.
You're welcome.
嚇！而家大家休息一陣先，翻嚟，仲有一個訪問送俾大家嘅，唔好行開啊！Good evening. You are listening to the Canadian Chinese Radio, and this is Jeanette. I am the host of this program, CCR Cultural Trends of the Philippines. 歡迎大家收聽華語電台 CCR 文化潮流之菲律賓。我哋今日咧請到一位好年輕嘅朋友上到嚟喎，佢個名字就叫做 Jed Kevin Parada。佢好年輕嘅，佢係一位學生，而佢係一位業餘歌手嚟嘅。咁我哋就好想了解下一個咁年輕嘅人嘅朋友，佢點解會對唱歌咁有興趣呢？We are actually happy to have a young guest today here. His name is Jed Kevin Parada. He is a student and he is a singer. So we would like to know, like young person like you, what makes you or what inspires you to the singing field. But before everything, Jed, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Jed, of course, and right now I'm a third-year honors life science student in McMaster University in Hamilton. So I travel a lot from Hamilton to Toronto, back and forth. So yeah,
you can do a tour guide in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Jed 咧佢咧而家係喺 McMaster University 度咧就讀緊嘅，而家佢係第3年嘅學生啦。佢咧讀咩咧？就讀 life science 嘅 life science. So Jed, what do you want to do in the future?
I plan on being a doctor.
A doctor.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to MCATs, all the other stuff, program applications, next year.
我就問到阿 Jed 佢要讀 life science 佢想做啲咩呢？做醫生，非常之有大志嘅。I know that besides you are a amateur singer, you are a student, you also have a role in the university.
Yeah, right now I'm the McMaster Gospel Choir president, and also I am the future fundraiser for the Filipino McMaster Student Association.
原來阿 Jed 咧，除咗係學生同埋業餘歌手咧，佢喺大學度仲有一個身份嘅，佢就係大學咧個 choir 嘅主席啊！哇，年紀輕輕啊，就已經係做 choir 嘅主席啦。另外佢亦都咧喺學校度咧幫手做呢一個籌款嘅活動嘅，都係喺關於菲律賓嘅，咁亦都喺呢一個範疇度做一啲嘅籌款嘅活動。And Jed, since when you like singing?
I started singing when I was 3 years old, as my parents told me.
3 years old.
Yes.
And what about performing?
Performing on 4 or 5, just a few years afterwards.
4 or 5 years old. Okay, still very young.
Yeah.
Where did you perform?
Actually, I performed at my grandparents', I think it's their 50th anniversary. So, so I performed there in front of them. I'm not too sure, but I think that was my first performance. So,
When you were like 4 and 5
yeah,
years old.
Yeah, I could barely remember that.
And what about after? Like, where do you usually perform right now?
Right now, I perform with the choir at different concerts, different churches. But by myself, I also perform at coffee houses, other concert events, and other venues that people just ask me to sing for weddings and such. So,
Okay, so you do performance like two parts actually as a group, which is your choir team, and also your individual performance. Okay. 問到阿 Jed 佢係由幾時開始對呢一個唱歌有興趣呢？佢話佢父母話俾佢聽，3歲佢就好中意唱歌啦。佢自己都唔好記得㗎啦，其實，但係佢就記得佢自己4、5歲咧開始就已經表演啦。第一個表演就係佢嘅祖父母嘅週年紀念啊，50年結婚50年週年紀念，佢就喺嗰度表演。然之後咧，自己就再喺好多coffee house 啊，或者啲 concert 啊，或者教會嗰度咧有表演嘅。咁佢就話佢自己有兩種嘅表演嘅。第一就係去學校嘅詩歌班，即係佢個 choir 會一齊去到表演啦。另外佢自己個人嘅表演呢，就包括喺啲婚宴嘅聚會啦，又或者係coffee house 嘅一啲個人嘅表演。And Jed, do you enjoy more when you are performing by yourself, or you actually enjoy it more with a group?
I find there's a lot of benefits from both. Doing it by yourself, it really puts you out of your own comfort zone. While with a group, you're able to, not only perform with the choir, but you're able to teach them also, to sing, show them techniques. It's
because you are a president, so besides singing, you also have to teach them singing. Did you find any difficulty as a president?
As president, there's some difficulty in managing everyone, applications, all the administrative work. But regardless, it has been very enjoyable, and working with the executive teams, it has been an amazing experience.
Right, and you think the so-called difficulty is not about how to teach them singing, but it's more like a paperwork stuff, like administrative work. Okay, that's good. That means you are really good at singing, and you love singing so much. 我問到阿 Jed 嗱佢其實年紀輕輕咁啊，已經係呢一個 choir 嘅主席，咁會唔會有好多困難呢？即係佢又要manage 自己學業，但係亦都要去教人哋唱歌噶嘛。佢就話其實做呢一個主席呢，佢係非常之開心嘅，因為佢覺得係一個好好嘅經驗。而佢覺得最大嘅困難呢，真係唔係教人，而係 paperwork。佢覺得咧處理一啲行政上邊嘅業務呢，佢覺得就仲難過去教人唱歌。我亦都有問到佢，佢比較中意自己個人嘅表演啦，定係中意一個團隊表演？佢話各有各唔同嘅好處嘅。亦都頭先講過，因為佢係一個 president， 所以佢同團隊表演嘅時候呢，佢有陣時唔係淨係要顧自己嘅表演㗎嘛，佢仲要教埋佢啲朋友佢啲 teammate 去唱歌，而當佢自己一個表演嘅時候呢，佢就淨係 focus 喺自己呢個舞台係屬於佢自己嘅，果然係兩個好唔同嘅experience 嚟嘅。Jed, you have so many experiences in performing. Well, first of all, how often do you have performance?
As a student, it's very difficult to have a lot of performances because you want to focus on school. But usually in the summertime, or from maybe at least like once a month, from like at a church, or with the choir, or with another singing group on campus, or even just you just with friends, just sing just for fun.
I see. But once per month is actually pretty good. 問到阿 Jed 啦，佢年紀輕輕咁，其實佢第一佢咁多表演，佢有幾經常性要做一次表演呢？佢好謙虛咁話，其實唔多嘅，因為要始終都係學業為重。但係其實佢真係好謙虛啊！其實佢呢一個月有一次表演嘅啦，即係年紀輕輕一個月都有一次表演，我真係覺得已經好唔錯嘅咯喎。 Can you share with us some special experience about performance, or you can actually tell us some special experience about your choir team?
So recently we had our choir concert just March 14, and it was an amazing experience because a lot of people came. We were able to sing for them and send a message across to them as well through the songs we sing. Also, another one for myself is when I went to the Philippines with my family, and my aunt and I, since we're both singers as well, we hold a small mini concert after a church service, and it was very meaningful because a lot of people were there and we didn't even know we didn't know them, so it was good.
Okay, and mini concert after the church services. How do you remember how many people were there?
I'm pretty sure maybe around 100 or even less.
That's so called a mini concert. Okay, good. But I'm sure that's a good experience. And as a singer, I'm sure you feel really satisfied. 我問到Jet 佢有咁多個表演，有啲乜嘢好特別嘅經驗咧？佢即係會想同我分享嘅咧。佢就話佢曾經返過去菲律賓度，咁因為佢嘅 auntie 咧都係一個歌手嚟嘅，咁佢哋咧就喺一個教會嘅即喺教會做嘅service 完咗之後，佢就host 咗一個 mini concert。呢個 mini concert 佢就係咁唱歌，咁佢就話其實當中啲人唔識嘅，但係佢都留喺度聽佢唱歌。咁我就問佢你話 mini concert 有幾多人啊？哇，有成100人咁多嘅呢一個所謂嘅 mini concert， 其實咧都真係唔少嘢噃。And so I believe that must be one of your best experience that you have your first own concert. How many songs did you sing? Did you remember?
Maybe 2 or 3.
2 or 3 songs.
My aunt also sang songs too, so yeah.
Okay, great. 我問佢唱咗幾首歌啊？佢話唱咗幾首歌，兩三首歌，但係都係佢其中一個最好嘅歌唱表演嘅經驗嚟嘅。And Jed, besides singing, what are you into also?
I am into like other clubs on campus as well. So I'm part of the Filipino club. So there's an event every year that happens called Pangea, and it's a cultural event. So we teach our Filipino members, or even not even non-Filipino members, to come join us, and we teach them dances, cultural dances, teach them about cultural foods, and on that day of the event we would display them.
Okay, so that is actually in your school.
Yes.
And you held this event, but it's not only for the Filipino Canadians, it's also for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's more like you want to introduce your Filipino culture to everyone.
We have Vietnamese, we have Chinese, we have Korean, we have Caucasian, and like even African descent even join our club. So it's really good.
問阿 Jack 咧作為一個學生，咁佢其實除咗歌唱之外咧，佢仲喜歡乜嘢嘅？即係喜歡做啲咩事咧？咁佢原來喺學校度 join 咗好多唔同嘅 club 嘅，咁其中一個咧其實係去到 promote 佢哋菲律賓嘅文化。包括咩咧？包括菲律賓嘅食物啦，包括菲律賓嘅一啲跳舞舞蹈方面嘅一啲表演，佢都會盡量想將佢自己嘅文化咧係宣揚出去嘅。Chad, if I ask you, what do you think about? If I ask you to describe the Filipino culture, what would you say?
I find it a very beautiful culture. The fact with like all the beautiful islands, the beautiful dances, the beautiful food in itself makes it distinguishes it from a lot of cultures as well, other places as well. What also is interesting is the amount of diversity in its people, because we've been invaded by other cultures. We're basically like a melting pot of different ethnicities.
You're right. Like you said, because the Philippines were invaded by like other countries in the past. That's why they are actually like the diversity is actually so big, and that's why it's a really wonderful country, and it has so many different things that we actually want to know about. Jet 我就問到阿 Jet 咯，其實佢覺得菲律賓嘅文化係如何咧？即係佢會點樣形容咧？佢形容 容菲律賓係一個好美麗嘅地方，佢有一個好美麗嘅文化，有好多好靚嘅島。亦都因為之前呢，因為菲律賓其實俾好多國家，即唔係好多嘅，但係之前譬如俾西班牙統治過啊，有好多佢唔同嘅文化喺嗰度，咁所以佢就覺得呢個地方好獨特嘅，好唔同，好唔同嘅一個地方。Jed, you were born in here.
Yes.
You were born in here, but how often do you go back to the Philippines?
I would. I've only gone there 3 times, but I'm hoping by this summer we would be able to go. So perhaps once every 3 or 4 years.
Once every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
阿 Jet 咧，原來佢即佢喺加拿大出世，但係佢已經翻過菲律賓3次嘅。佢就話盡量都想希望每3至4年可以翻到一次菲律賓就好啦。你哋會可能覺得好特別咧，就係佢哋年輕嘅人對菲律賓自己本身嘅home town，佢哋都非常之熱愛嘅。佢就好中意再翻去菲律賓度。咁我哋不如透過去了解多啲菲律賓嘅事，尤其是喺一個年輕人嘅眼中，咁菲律賓係點嘅？So Jeff, since you are born in here. When you go back to the Philippines, like your hometown is actually here, but of course your parents are there. When you went back, like how did you feel, and what did you like about, or maybe is there anything that you think was so different from here?
I like the home feeling. It's like I live here in Canada for most of my years, but just going to the Philippines, it's like your origin was there. It's the whole environment that you stay in, like the home that you stay in, and the food that you eat. It's like you came from here, and I think the whole essence, the whole aura that it provides for those who were born from Canada and going there is very special. Right.
Is there any places in the Philippines that you think is so good that you so want to share with us, or some food?
Some food. I could talk to you about a lot of food.
Sure.
I love fish. Especially knowing that they are fresh fish, right? Fresh from the waters, fresh from the oceans, and it's my favorite dish is actually bangos. Bangos. It's basically milkfish.
Milkfish.
Yeah, milkfish, and they basically cut it in half, and then they fry it. Add some, vinegar, garlic. So it's one of my favorite dishes of food.
Oh, nice. So milkfish cut it in half, and then they do fry both parts.
Yeah.
And use what you say, onions.
I think garlic, vinegar, other sauces if they'd like to use.
I found that vinegar is actually very, very common and popular.
Oh yeah.
In the Filipino cuisine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 我問阿 Jay 啦，喂，咁年輕翻到去呢一個菲律賓，佢嘅祖國啦，佢有啲乜嘢嘅感覺咧？會唔會因為其實佢加拿大長大噶嘛，咁會唔會去到菲律賓有啲乜嘢感覺，或者有啲咩唔習慣啊？佢就淨係覺得冇乜嘢唔習慣，佢反而就覺得咧好有家嘅感覺，因為呢度係佢出生地，即係佢唔係喺嗰度出生，應該話喺佢爸爸媽媽喺嗰度出生，咁喺呢一度喺佢眼中咧，呢一度係一個家嚟嘅。咁我就問到阿 Jet 佢喺加拿大度長大，去到菲律賓有啲乜嘢嘅感覺呢？會唔會有啲咩唔慣呢？佢話冇，反而有一個好重嘅屋企嘅感覺，好家嘅感覺。同埋去到嗰度呢，好多唔同嘅嘢食啊，地方又靚啊。話講到嘢食。大家都真係民以食為天係咪？大家梗係好有興趣知道佢中意食咩啦。咁我就真係好本能啦，即刻問喂，其實有啲咩好嘢食介紹一下呢？佢就話好多，而佢自己最中意就係魚啦。佢話因為嗰啲魚係非常之新鮮嘅，而佢呢就特別中意一種魚呢，佢呢係有佢話係 milk fish 啊，佢直情係用好多奶嚟做啦。咁兼且佢就要將呢條魚呢，首先就 cut 佢一半先，cut完一半之後呢，佢兩邊都係會煎嘅，但係就落好多唔同嘅配料啦，又有洋葱啊，又有呢個蒜頭啊，仲有一定唔少得嘅醋。我就發現呢，菲律賓嘅美食呢，好多時醋呢都係一個非常之 common 嘅一個元素嚟嘅。So Jed, the fish that you just introduced to me, I really want to try it now. Besides fishes, any other thing that any other food that you think it's very special, or something that you tried it there and you can't have it here again?
I can't recall anything at the moment. Perhaps I guess the freshness of food, because a lot of the food here is like they're imported and such, and it's not like they caught it here right at the shores. I think what makes it special in terms of food is it's fresh.
Okay, because the milkfish that you just mentioned, can you also have it here in
Yes,
Toronto?
yes.
But because the freshness
Yeah.
in the Philippines,
Exactly.
it makes a big difference.
Exactly. Knowing that the fish was caught perhaps an hour ago or something, that feeling that it's fresh.
Got it. 我問到阿 Jack 話佢講到嗰個味餸咧，嗰個 milkfish 咧咁特別咧，咁究竟係咪淨係嗰度有咧？其實多倫多食唔食到嗰？其實食到嘅，但係佢因為喺當地咧嘅魚咧係好新鮮，因為四周都係海，咁好容易咧就食到啲好新鮮嘅海產。佢話當佢食嗰條魚，可能嗰條魚係真係1個鐘頭之前先至捕獲到嘅，咁所以咧係嗰種新鮮感就係呢一度爭緊嘅嘢。呢度絕對係可以食到同一樣嘢嘅，只不過佢好懷念咧喺菲律賓食嘅嗰種鮮味。Great, thank you, Chet, for sharing with us the food and your singing performance with us today. I hope that you will be good in your singing performance, and also to be a doctor in the future.
Thank you.
Yes, and if you go back to Philippines again and you have tried something new, food or places, give me a call and see if we can talk about it again.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
咁就2個鐘啦，節目時間差唔多啦，冇問題嘅。下個禮拜同樣時間呢，我仍然都會同大家主持呢一個 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓嘅節目嘅，希望大家繼續收聽，繼續支持我啦。Thank you for listening to the Canadian Chinese Radio. It's time to say goodbye, but next Monday, same time from 10 to 12, I will be here again. See you. 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 See you.